Hey everyone, today we're diving into something that really puts you back in the driver's seat of your trades, over-the-counter or OTC trading on OpenPlaza. We're going to break down exactly how you can trade tokens on the Apertum blockchain on your terms, not the markets. So let me ask you something. Have you ever had this happen? You line up the perfect trade, you hit that confirm button, and in the split second it takes to go through, the price you get is just worse. It's that sinking feeling, right? Watching your trade's value literally evaporate before it's even complete.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest headaches in trading. You've got price slippage on bigger orders, you've got those sneaky fees that eat away at your profits, and just this general feeling that you have absolutely no control. You're just kind of at the mercy of whatever the market decides to do. But what if there was a way to just sidestep all of that noise? A more direct route to get the deal you actually want? Well, there is. Let's talk about over-the-counter trading. So what is it exactly? On OpenPlaza, OTC trading is basically a way for you to buy and sell APTM tokens directly with other users. It's a true peer-to-peer system. It completely cuts out the traditional exchange that usually sits in the middle.
You know, the easiest way to picture this is to think of it like a digital classifieds board. You can post an ad saying, hey, I'm selling this many tokens for this specific price. Or you could post one saying, I'm looking to buy this many tokens at this price. Then other people can just browse those listings and fill your order directly. Simple as that.
Okay, so how does this digital classifieds board actually work in practice? Let's get into the mechanics. It really just boils down to two sides of the same coin. You're either creating an offer to sell or you're creating a request to buy. First, let's say you want to sell some APTM. You just create what's called a sell order. You decide on the exact price you want in wUSDT, which is just the version of USDT for this blockchain. Then you enter how many APTM tokens you're selling, and you list it. That's it. Your offer is now live for any buyer to find and accept at the exact price you wanted. Now, on the flip side, if you want to buy, you create a buy bounty. It's pretty similar. First, you deposit your wUSDT funds into a super secure smart contract. Then you set your target price, what you're willing to pay, and the amount you want to buy. Your bounty is now live, just waiting for a seller to come along and fill it. Okay, but you might be thinking, without a big exchange in the middle, how do I know this is safe? And that's the most important part. The whole thing is automated and secured by on-chain smart contracts. Think of it like a digital escrow. Your funds are locked in and are only released when the trade's conditions are perfectly met. This means zero middlemen and zero risk of the other person just backing out. So with all the decentralized and centralized exchanges already out there, you might be asking yourself, why would I choose this method? Let's really dig into the strategic advantages, because this is where OTC trading becomes a really powerful tool. This chart right here really gets to the heart of it. With OTC, the price is fixed, it's pre-agreed, done. On a regular exchange, you're always subject to that volatile market rate. It really flips the power dynamic completely. With OTC, you decide the terms. On an exchange, you're just following the market. And the benefits just keep coming. For one, you avoid price slippage, which is huge for large trades. I mean, think about it. On a $100,000 trade, just 1% of flippage costs you $1,000. OTC completely eliminates that gamble. You also get way more privacy since there's no KYC, which can help you get around some of those regional restrictions that might block you from certain exchanges. And on top of all that, the fees can be lower and you're trading directly with people in your own Apertum community. So we've seen how great this is for an individual trader, but this feature has a much wider impact. Let's kind of zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture, what this really means for the entire Apertum ecosystem. A healthy OTC market does amazing things for the ecosystem. It seriously increases liquidity, which helps the APTM token flow much more freely. It builds a stronger, more engaged community by getting people to interact directly. And all of that supports long-term growth and value. Plus, because every single trade is transparent on the blockchain, it cuts down on the risks you might find on those less transparent centralized platforms. Look, if you take just one thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this. OTC trading is fundamentally about empowerment. It's a tool that lets you trade on your terms, not the markets. This gives you a whole new option, a totally different angle for your trading strategy, which really just leaves us with one final thought. Now that you have the control, what's your first move going to be?